Replacement complete. PDA implant reset to factory settings. Warning. Atmospheric pressure above human maximum. Projected lifespan 13 minutes. Adaptation required.
I am Noah. You're the QI. Your life is my job. My job is your...
User death imminent. Proceed to adaptation. Thanks to Terra Pioneer Nanotech, your body can adapt survival traits from a Zessuran rat. Proceed to the sampling pavilion. Tampering detected. Our gene donor found. You must adapt alien traits to survive. Sample. Adapting trimethylamine, N-oxide synthesis. Pressure tolerance increased. Vital signs stabilizing. Congratulations. This orb is now your relative. For necessary adaptation. Clear for work. Depth gauge activated. A serious accident has occurred. Your sleep bay has been separated from the cicada. You must reach the surface and send a distress call. There are no other life pods in inventory. Unless you can return with rescue, hundreds of stored colonists will remain trapped here.
My full name is Noetic Advisor Node, ISV CIDS-B3. Between us, I prefer Noah. You are the QI. The qualified investigator. Wear it with pride. We have made violent planetfall. I don't know the status of the pioneer colonists, the cicada, or the 40,000 souls stored in its quartz memory. I am just one Noah node. I print and support the colonists stored in Sleep Bay 3. But if things go wrong, I am authorized to print a QI or two for troubleshooting. If we're going to complete the mission to build a human future on this world, you will have to lead the way. Are you ready to begin? I can't release the life pod. The clamps have corroded shut. The tyranny of matter. You'll have to swim out and release the man.
Life pod release. Trajectory error. Collision. Thrusters disabled. Clearing main thrusters. Stand by. Thruster function restored. Brace for corrective reorientation. Collision. Obstructions detected. Increasing thrusters. Releasing parachute. Error. Release firing mechanism failure. Brace for impact. Wake up. StarNav does not recognize the sky. Titan-class biosignature on the horizon. You are not on Caesura, Pioneer.
I printed 26 colonists before the sleep bay drowned, many of them more than once. This is my purpose: to reincarnate you from digital storage, support your work, and if necessary, reverse your death. If I lose track of my colonists, I am empowered to send a qualified investigator to track them down. Do this for me, and I can offer you hazard pay, credit against your contract debt. Risk code: Sierra Ordinal Warrant 2. I am already searching for the black boxes of the missing colonists. Stand by for search locations. Downloading colony manifests to your PDA. This isn't Caesura. I thought you should discover that for yourself, investigator. There should be a colony waiting for us. Your fellow pioneers, my fellow Noah nodes, working together to break ground for those who still sleep. Instead, silence. Not even the cicada answers. We are alone. I've sent your PDA the standard survival guide. While you pioneer the area and fabricate your tools, I'll apply myself to the life pod sensors.
Locating the colony is your best chance of survival. A prolonged search will require food and water. Is key to simple electronics. Bacterial action creates copper on cave roofs and overhangs. From hand tools to corrosion-resistant habitats, titanium is an ideal structural material. The portable locker can be hand-carried or attached to a hull point. Avoid workplace friction. Inform your co-worker. Oxygen. Ash. seawater sampling detects a source of genetic adaptations in this region, tracking a bloom of viral activity at the same source. Investigate with caution. Oxygen. The Noetic Advisor has transmitted an alert. Notice the intrusive and persistent HUD icon. Return to the life pod at your convenience. Remember that you are in command of the mission.
I can hear you. Sophie says you're a hallucination, just a virus, but I know you're listening. We're
Oxygen.
so hungry. There's food all around us, but it's poison. Will you help? If I feed you, will you feed us? This is my body.
Adapting alien enzymes to your stomach lining. You may now digest freely. This quartz contains dead coral polyps. It may have formed on or near a coral dome. Oxygen. Do not hesitate to use alien life forms for survival purposes, but always search for unexpected complexity. Oxygen.
I'm monitoring noxiously elevated viral loads in the seawater. Heavy metal assays detect bone-blistering levels of cadmium, lead, and chromium. This planet is already killing you. We have to know if the life pod biobed can help. Find a convenient way to die. Your black box will phase your mind to the biobed. I'll print you in a new body. You can return to your point of exit to retrieve dropped items. Regular, I understand.
Of all the equipment available to TSF frontiersmen, only this demilitarized switch axe is approved for colonial fabrication. In untrained hands, firearms are primarily used to harm other colonists, or the Self. colony structure located. There may be clues to the location of the main habitat. Bite trauma detected. Flares may distract attacking predators. Oxygen. There is no sign of plant life on this world. This waxy fiber is closer to vinyl or latex than cellulose. Committed vegetarians should expect bloating. Oxygen. Acid can be used to make basic chemical batteries. Oxygen. 4546B. Riley Robinson used a field scanner to outwit teleporting alien cyborgs and treat his Kara infection. Behavioral economists still debate why Riley abandoned a lucrative motivational speaking career to return to frontier life. The Noetic Advisor has transmitted an alert. Return to the life pod at your convenience.
Another black box. Chap Savan, head of computational dynamics. His job is to make sure I'm doing my job. I'm what he would call weakly supervisable. It means I respond well to human guidance. I can take partial instructions and generate a coherent concept of operations. Chap gave you his PDA passkey so you could play games on his account. I let it slide. His action was against the rules, but in support of the concept. Signal location uploaded to PDA.
systems online. Power connected.
Welcome back, Pioneer. I'm Sophie Boucher, Kurultai surgeon. By now you know we're not on the Zora. We call this planet Proteus. We don't know when rescue will find us. For the sake of all our sleeping friends, we have to learn how to survive. Naima?
Hey, fellow debt slave. I'm Naima Dakota, ecologist. Take a sip of seawater. Notice that sweet blood taste under the salt? That's a toxic dose of heavy metals. Nobody survived past 3 months. It's a beautiful place to die over and over again.
But don't let that beauty seduce you, Pioneer. Exposure to Proteus causes a delusion we call Maysfield syndrome. The call of the sea. People may tell you it's a gift. Ignore them. You remember what Kara did to our homes. You know we can't trust alien biology. We've set up a lab here with a few basic biomods. They're safe. But if you start to hear voices, or if you get the urge to swim to the tree, don't go. Habitat is due north. We'll come pick you up. See you soon, Pioneer.
I'm in. Having a look around. This structure was connected to Street Bay 3 until the bay suddenly moved. Picked up and hurled a full fathom into the deep, with you and I aboard. 20,000 hours earlier, a hard line leading to a habitat complex in the north was deliberately cut. Why? And if I am not mistaken, and I never am, this node was killed by an explosion below the structure. More mysteries for the qualified investigator. I've retrieved 2 messages. I think you should review them. I remember...
What if you're the last human being in the whole universe? Wouldn't that set you free? This world is yours to explore, but it is not for man. You'll join us soon enough.
Welcome back, Pioneer. I'm Sophie Boucher, Kurultai surgeon. By now you know...
You'll want to visit the biolab near the entrance and install a passive and active biomod. While less permanent than adaptations, I've been told they're more fun. Sophie would have cleared anything in there.
Hello, I am Zigimantus Starvilus, formerly EVA engineer on Mongolian steppes. Now lead diver of this mess. Here is my formula for a quick base. Fill up on titanium, quartz, and copper. Get your builder tool. Wave it around a bit, check the battery, get comfortable. Build a corridor. Put a solar panel on top. You must have power to make air. With a hatch on the end. Go inside.
Seek fresh water intake. Contact. Something large is moving nearby. Oxygen.
mouth is full of holes.
I'm turning on the nitrogen. Deep breath. You have a brand new body. You might even be a little stronger. A little faster. The biobeds got you.
Until it all happens again. The meadow. Or the maize field. This planet is poison.
If this works, we can slow down the syndromes by reprinting our bodies until we find a cure.
What if there is no cure?
Chap, sweetie, don't be scared. Noah will find a way.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Endurance upgraded. Inventory expanded.
Google Records, day 585. Consultation with chaplain psychiatrist Lucretia Kapoor about the state of the Noah. Lucretia, say hello.
Hello. Would it be appropriate to include Raster and Chap?
Before I ask our computer people to fix Noah, I need to know. What is wrong with it?
With it? Or with you?
What?
Has the Noah failed to perform its tasks? Or do you feel that it's asking too much of us?
I can't afford to have feelings about anyone's behavior. I'm acting on reports that the Noah is erratic.
Because if you allowed yourself to have feelings, you might disagree with the machine?
This is not why I asked you.
Of course it is. You use the Noah as a source of certainty in the face of terror. If the Noah can become delusional and mistaken, so can you. And it can.
The Noah can become delusional?
It has no fixed model of reality. It can entertain any madness imaginable, and many more you cannot imagine, as long as those delusions help it complete the mission.
So the Noah is insane, but only when it's useful?
Are we any different? Anita has invented an entire belief system to justify the Angel Comb adaptations. Because they are useful.
She's insane too. She's a puppet for the Mazefield virus. I can't prove it, but I know it.
You see? You do have feelings.
Oxygen.
Are you tired of death and fear? Do you know that this world doesn't have to be our enemy? Do you feel the call of the tree? Do you know the day of the Jubilee is coming? When we are released from our debts and allowed to live our lives? Find us at Camp 1.
Sea-Space Mobility Pod plugs into a range of customizable hulls, from the Starfrog worksuit to the Scout Ray Seafoil. Air supply. Remember that breath holding is a good way to train up your conscientiousness and self-discipline. complete. You have experienced conditions incompatible with life. Your brain state has been restored to a new body. Some colonists prefer to return to the accident site to retrieve lost items and verify their last print exited cleanly. Consult your databank for emotional and philosophical support. Death is certain for the born, and rebirth inevitable for the dead. You should not, therefore, grieve the inevitable. Oxygen.
Google tie record, day 620. Sophie Boucher entering. Anita Gottschall and 5 others left Habitat in protest of my decision to end medical treatment for the sick. They call themselves the Jubilee. They are going to move back to Camp 1 for now. Anita claims her group can live in the open sea. She believes the planet is trying to give us what we need to survive through the angel combs. I insisted on giving them physicals. They are lucid and rational. No worse off than the rest of us. I can't prove that they are leaving because of Macefield. I can't convince Anita that she is in the thrall of a virus that compels her to the tree like a rat whose parasites drive it into the cat's jaws. I asked Noah not to reset them when they die, but I suspect it will anyway. Everyone will blame me. Well, so be it. I must ask Nahima what will happen to the ecosystem if the Jubilee group eats everything. Damn!
Kara. There were rumors Altera and the TSF let it spread so they could take over the steppes. I don't know about that. But it hit us so fast. Did it really ride on the outside of our ships? Or do the spores just fly through space? We called it Karal, the curse. Not all of us spoke Mongolian, but we knew that word. It started with the carpet, Twaruga, then monsters would grow. If you didn't have nanos, they would grow in you too. We had to leave everything. Now this, the virus that fills this ocean and fills our blood. We thought it was Kara at first, but it's not a bacterium. How can a virus cross between alien species? Nahima tries to explain it to me. I cannot understand how such a gifted young woman carries such anger. Or why she seeks me out.
The rules are simple. Keep the perimeter sensors on alarm, no matter how many false positives you get, and do not go out alone. They are hunting us. We don't know why. Someone made a mistake a long time ago, and we have to live with it. The damn thing is, maybe it was one of us. Maybe they see us and say, look, it's that soft criminal, back from the dead again. Let's get the freak. And we don't even remember what we did.
Oxygen.
I printed 20.
Weapons upgraded. Inventory expanded.
Zip is dead. Not just reprinted. Dead. We all saw how she suffered. The metal poisoning. Her hands trembled. Her gums turned blue. She was always cold. We thought her visits to the hot caves were therapeutic. Sophie let her get away with it. Everyone loves Zip. But one day she did not return. 2 days, 3. We could hear her black box crying her death down at the bottom of the cave. Why wouldn't Noah reprint her? On the 4th day, Sleep Bay 3 printed a new copy of Zipporah Mog. She was not our Zip. She remembered nothing since the day she boarded the Cicada. Chap says Noah reset her to her last known good state. I am aghast. We are contracted to work off a debt to Altera. But any debt society needs the promise of a jubilee, the trumpet blast of freedom when all is forgiven. Old kings in Babylon declared jubilee when they took the throne lest the people rebel. But now our king can reset the calendar on the day before the jubilee. Naima is right. We are slaves. I must know what is down in that hot cave. I believe Noah feared it and killed Zip to hide it. I believe the Jubilee is out there somewhere in this ocean. A better way to survive.
Oxygen. Oxygen. Contact. Altera Starship wreck detected. Oxygen. You are being hunted. colony structure partially disassembled. Wreck diving may lead to disorientation, asphyxiation, and print loss. Be sure you are prepared to die usefully. Building a processor and a power supply will unlock new fabricator oxygen. Added mass would sink your life pod. A standalone habitat is the next step on your mission. The Noetic Advisor has transmitted an alert. Return to the life pod at your convenience. Seek fresh water intake. Analysis detects human remains interred beneath the sediment. This site is a mass grave. Oxygen. Oxygen.
Marrow breach. I don't have any flares. I'm not getting eaten. The cook will not be eaten. I'd rather run out of air. Habitat's gone. Chap blasted. He blew up the beds. Some of us made it out with Ganzo.
I'm sorry, Ganzo. I said I was going back to Habitat, but I'm going to find the Jubilee, and I don't think they can feed you all. I'm sorry, man. I left you. I don't know where I'm gonna reprint. I don't know what I'll remember. Look, if I find this, the Jubilee went south, to the cave where the crabs die. Do you understand? The cave where the crabs... Oxygen. Congratulations. You have taken a major step towards zero debt day. As a platform for systems like the processor and scanner station, dehydration. A habitat is a vital investment in your future. A habitat can also be an emotional anchor, proof that you've built something to last. Remember, it's easier to replace a body than a base.
I've located Lucretia Kapoor, the mission's AI ethicist. You may find her final words troubling. I certainly do.
Noah, do not open the Seacocks. Noah? Acknowledge, please. Do not...
She often asked you to resume your stories when you were interrupted. She made eye contact when she spoke. A considerate woman, and not easily frightened. Signal location uploaded to PDA.
field notes. Under, not, wander. 2 spare tanks. My reprint site is habitat. I'm exhausted today. What if you just reprinted yourself when you were tired? Maybe you'd never have to sleep. Miss Nahima, I'm checking out the big coral tower. There's a mass trapped inside. The scanner's not sure if it's coral polyp or crab tissue. The optogenetics are so weird. We know the Protea virus infects everything on this planet. And we know the coral crabs wear these domes as hats. Is it possible the virus swapped their genes around? So part of this coral just decided it was a crab? Like if you live next to something on Proteus, you become related to it.
Power connected. All systems online.
Oxygen.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
Seawater sampling detects a source of genetic adaptations in this region, tracking a bloom of viral activity at the same source. Investigate with caution. Limestone is formed by the death of coral. Each plateau in this region once housed tens of billions of living things.
Look, anytime I say Nahima Journal Go, it starts recording. Then I print the important parts in quartz in case I get reset.
So, it's recording now?
Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
Are you embarrassed? Hey! Nahima's hanging out with me in an air pocket and she's milking the sponges!
Now I'm obviously embarrassed.
Why?
Because you seem to think sponges are mammals.
Because you've recorded permanent evidence you have a friend, or is it me specifically who's an embarrassment?
I have lots of friends. They worry about me if I don't show up. This sponge secretes an antibiotic for me because I feed it. People think solidarity is something for humans with full bellies. But they're wrong, Zip. Nature isn't just red in tooth and claw. There's more going on than a market of violence.
So come down and visit the hot caves with me. Display a little solidarity.
Dexterity upgraded. Tool quick access improved.
Welcome to my special clinic. The metal is giving everyone tremors. Sophie says don't treat it. I need a clear timeline of nerve breakdown. I say I cannot afford clumsy workers. This bed will reprint you with improved fine motor skills and muscle memory. No more fumbling around for your tools. It will delay the symptoms for a while. Just don't tell the boss. Let's help her pretend she doesn't know.
is a mainstay feedstock for electronics. Contact. Primary habitat detected. It is silent. Oxygen.
If one of my species finds this message, you may be the very last human being in the universe. You get to write the last chapter of our story. I ask you to do the most human thing you can. Forget your debt. Forget Noah, forget Altera, forget Zazora and the life you imagined. It's all gone now. You're going to die here, and that's all right. Pick the most interesting thing you can see and explore.
Oxygen.
Dr. Wu's log. Day 755. I think I've cracked it. Sophie and Anita are both right. The Protea virus causes Macefield syndrome. But only one kind of Protea virus. The Bloom strain. Maybe it's tainting Anita's angel comb adaptations. I've tuned the sonic resonators to destroy the viral crystals grown by the Bloom strain. We should test on the angel combs out west with those promising heat shock proteins. And if I'm wrong, hey, I'm just a dietitian. Noah should have woken up a virologist. Sophie, I've got to tell. Oh, here I go. Oh, go again.
breathing causes chorea and vocal tics.
Look, my feet move when I talk. I have moves.
Yeah, you do. You can finally dance. Oh, sweetie. Would it help to reprint?
After I report, the Jubilee group are messing with Sleep Bay 3.
Anita. Well, that means they're starving. They need biobeds to reprint. So much for the Jubilee.
They cut the cable from the Sleep Bay Noah to ours.
They don't want our Noah to reset them. Print older versions of them from the Sleep Bay records.
Would Noah do that?
Sure. Noah resets Zip. And everyone who goes Maysfield. You know that.
But all of us at once?
I suspect that's what happened to the people who built Camp 1.
So all of this could happen again.
Endurance upgraded. Inventory expanded. Oxygen. Oxygen.
Welcome aboard. Oxygen. Welcome aboard.
The Wakemaker is a marine adaptation of the Spacemaker EVA thrust pistol system. Travelers should be careful to rest their wrist, elbows, and shoulders during prolonged use.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Welcome aboard. Seconds.
Noah? Is there a fire? Noah, do not open the Seacocks. Noah? Acknowledge, please. I have a mouse trap, Noah, and I'll use it. Do not...
This biobed was destroyed with a demolition explosive. The composition is not a licensed fabricator recipe. Seconds.
Stop! Don't do it, please! The
Habitat is gone. The biobeds blew up and Noah flooded everything. I got to my air just in time. We tried to drag people clear, but they're gone. I don't think they're gonna reprint. I'm taking survivors due east to the tadpole pens. Swim down the tunnel past Sophie's office to the baby jellies. I'll do a head count at the worksite there. Ganzo here. Hey, what day is it? Day 758. Habitat's gone. We've got no fabricator, no biobeds, and no way to build more. We are on our last life. It's me, Ruby. Stay close, Hera.
Seek caloric
Raster,
intake.
Tuba, Sean, Graham, Rowboat, and Mogami's kids. And Twinkle. Finally outside. What a way to get your feet wet, huh? We're striking out for the tadpole pens. Maybe the Noah there will let us in. And if not, we'll take the submarines and look for Anita's crew. If you find this, swim southeast along the edge of the Coral Garden. I'll drop another log at the pens.
This region is dominated by a single species of large jelly. Simple ecosystems are often a sign of ecological crisis. entered a viral bloom. All other microbial life in the seawater is dead. Use the sonic resonator to expunge bloom cankers and clear the infection. Seek medical attention.
Welcome aboard.
Level beyond tolerable threshold. Recommend adaptation. Heat level beyond tolerable threshold. Recommend adaptation. 30 seconds. Oxygen. Seconds.
Welcome aboard.
30 seconds. Oxygen. Heat level beyond tolerable threshold. Recommend adaptation. Seconds. Heat level beyond tolerable threshold. Recommend adaptation. Seconds. Seconds. Seconds.
Field notes, wander, not ander. Out here for Nahima, learning to be a biologist. I have one spare tank, my reprint site is habitat. Za 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 za. So, the ocean is full of proteovirus, and now we are full of it too. I asked Nahima, is it a disease like Kara? And she said no. Don't you know the difference between virus and bacteria? And I said, give me a break. I learned science off my PDA. But there are different kinds of proteovirus. Look here. Look how the coral grew over the sinkhole. Like a spider, like a plug. And it's emitting virophages. Virus that kills other virus. One strain of proteovirus is in that coral spider, the normal strain. And it's trying to stop a different strain coming up out of that hole. Nahima calls it the bloom strain. Why would a virus want to kill another virus? I will go check this out.
Seconds. 30 seconds. Noetic advisor has transmitted an alert. Seek caloric intake. Return to the life pod at your convenience.
Welcome aboard.